Northwest Indiana, heavy snow and swirling winds stopped motorists right dead in their tracks and stranded them for hours. The lucky ones were able to slog off U.S. Route 30 and then find refuge inside some of the businesses that kept their doors open. 2 counties there have been declared states of emergency. Well, our next guests were bogged down in that snow. You ready for this? For 15 hours. But, of course, they captured a lot of that grueling experience on camera because that's what our iReporters do. Scott Healy and Jeremy Pettit trying to make their way to Chicago. That's where we find them today, thank goodness, but it was not an easy haul. Scott, let's start for you. 15 hours. How did you pass the time besides taking pictures and detailing everything for us?
Well, we had plenty of things saved on Jeremy's iPad, and we had our phones, and I think the most fortunate thing was that we had cell service, so as long as we had that, we were okay.
Yeah, thank goodness. Now, I was reading a little, Scott's smiling, but Jeremy, you say your biggest issue was fear. On a serious note, that is a little scary, just, getting past 1 hour, let alone 15. Tell me what you were so frightened about.
Yeah, I mean, in our first hour, we were once we got to Wanata, we were stuck in basically a traffic jam on 30 for about an hour. And for the first 15 or 20 minutes of that hour, we were the last car in the lineup. So any cars coming up behind us that couldn't see us, we were the first thing they'd hit. And we actually had a very close experience with that. And a guy actually went off the road trying not to hit us because he was probably moving too fast on the road as it was. But then, you just sit there and you wonder, okay, do we have enough gas? We were in a hybrid car. Do we have enough battery life? How long will we be able to sit here? How cold will it get? And then ultimately we decided to turn around. So.
Wow. So, Scott, how did you feel? Did you make any phone calls? Did you try to reach out for help? What kind of response did you get? Oh, no, you laugh. That may not be good.
Well,
you both
the
laugh.
Reason that we turned, thank goodness my car made it over the median to turn around because we really didn't get much help from the highway department that we were connected to. When we said that we wanted to know whether we should wait there or try to get off the road, they said, well, there's a weather emergency. And we thought that's probably one of the most apparent things that someone could have said to us.
That's a little obvious.
Yeah. I guess what was odd was that they said that they didn't have a policy of telling people either to move ahead or to try to go back. So we had to make the decision ourselves, and I thought that sounded like they didn't want to be liable for what they told us. So we went back to the closest thing that was safe, which was a gas station about 2 miles away.
Very smart. And Jeremy, was there any tense moments there where you and Scott were about to, choke each other's necks, or, was everything pretty calm, cool, and collected?
Funny you should ask. No, we really did pretty well. I think that in those moments when I'm a backseat driver and I'm making sounds if he should stop or something, that's a pretty big issue for him. It doesn't it doesn't help with the stress levels at all. But once we got to the gas station, what can you do except just try to make the best of it and have a good time and keep a positive attitude. So, and one of the things that we definitely want to say is just how amazing the gas station service people were. They stayed there all night. They were the only 2 people there. It was their end of their shift, and they ended up being there, just the 2 of them with us, and probably another 100 people all night long. They kept it up and running, and they could have easily just gone home to their families probably. So.
Wow. Oh, a big shout out to them.
Yeah, Francis and Micah at the Speedway on Route 30 in Wanata, Indiana.
There you go. Excellent. Everybody stop by there and buy a cup of coffee and give them some business. Fill up their tank of gas. That's really nice, guys. Scott Healy, Jeremy Pettit, glad you guys made it to a safe location. You're dry, you're warm, and we appreciate you iReporting for us. Thanks so much.
No problem. Thanks.
Thank you.
You bet.